Happy New Year! We are so excited for 2015 and Bliss by Sam. Why? Because it's our 10th anniversary. This year in July, I will have been in business for 10 years, and it's unbelievable that it's been so long. I mean, every time I tell people that, my family and friends, they're like, wow, it's been 10 years. I'm like, yes, 10 years. So everything that we do for this year is going to be about our 10-year anniversary, and everything's going to be 10 10 10. So if you're already tired of me saying the number 10, I'm sorry, because I probably already said it 10 times in this video, and I'm probably going to say it 10 more times. But to those of you who are new to Bliss Buzz, welcome. This is our monthly e-video where I talk about what's going on with me, what's going on with some wedding pro friends of mine, and I give tips to clients who are, or future clients who are in the process of planning their weddings, right? So here goes. I apologize in advance because this video is going to be a little long just because I have a lot to say. Normally I only give like 4 or 5 points during this video, but since this year everything is about 10, I'm going to give 10 points, all right? So what's going on with Sam is I am planning many activities for our 10-year anniversary. So be on the lookout for what's going on with us and different specials and deals that I'm running based on that. And you can catch those on all of our social media websites, which you can find on our website, or our social media platforms, rather, which you can find on my website at www.blissbysam.com. And so that's all that's been going on with me. For New Year's Eve, I went to my first wedding on New Year's Eve that I didn't have to work. My friend Farrah got married, and she had these cool party favors, and I was like, I'm going to use them for my January Bliss Buzz. And by the way, I know this is like a week late. I normally send it out on the 15th, but hey, I'm doing it now, right? So, Happy New Year! Happy birthday, Bliss! Enough with the horn. All right. And then while I give my wedding tips, I'll shout out some pros. So let's get to the tips. This month, I'm going to talk about 10 things that have changed in the wedding industry since I've been a planner. So since 2005, we've seen some things that were very traditional that are now just out. So here we go. I'm going to try to talk really quickly because I know videos are supposed to be short. So number one, the bride wearing all white or being the only one wearing white during the wedding is out. And we know this from Kim Kardashian, who did it 30 times that way before she married Kanye. And I'm not throwing any shade because I know that white is really Kim's favorite color, so she said. And Salange did it as well last year when she got married. So at the end of the day, I'm like, Salange just took it to another level. So if you're not going to do it Salange style or better, and I don't even know how you can do all better, just forget that. All right. But it's okay if you're not, as a bride, if you're not the only one in white on your wedding day, if you want it that way. Okay. Number two is that wedding parties are no longer huge. They're much smaller than they have been. And I think we started really seeing that trend after William and Kate got married. That, you know, she only had her sister, he only had his brother, and then after that people were just like, yeah, we're gonna knock this wedding party down to a more reasonable number. So that's definitely been on trend for the past couple of years. The third thing is chair covers. I haven't seen chair covers, and I don't want to see chair covers. I didn't like chair covers when I started back in 2005, and I'm talking about the polyester ones that look like sheets, and then you try to tie a bow on it and think that's gonna make it cute. Done with those. Those are out. Now we have wildflower linen, which I love, and they do awesome chair treatments. So that's what you want to do now. Programs, again, something else since 2005 I've never been a fan of, and a lot of people really are getting away from having ceremony programs. Unless you have something in your ceremony that needs to really be explained, forget it. Everybody knows a story. Boy met girl, or boy met boy, or girl met girl, right? They fell in love. Somebody asked somebody to marry them, and they're going to have a ceremony. They're going to say some vows. They're going to kiss, and then we're going to go to the party. Why we got to write that down? No, forget the programs. Next thing, owl runners. Thank God, because they never roll out correctly, and then they're all wrinkled, and then people be tripping on them. Forget them. They used to be really big when I first started. Nobody's really doing owl runners anymore. Instead, people are doing floor treatments on the owl and designs, and they are gorgeous. My girl, vendor shout out, Tanya Petter Creations in Greensboro, North Carolina, just did it for a wedding that we did back in September at the Garden on Millbrook. You can see her work on her Facebook page as well as our page. We just posted Brandy and Jeremy's photos, so you can see what I'm talking about as far as the owl treatment there. That's what's new and in. Next thing is going to be the couple not seeing each other before the wedding anymore. Out. A lot of people are doing what they call first looks, where they take the time to take some photos and we stage like the first look the first time they see each other before the wedding. That's really popular now. Number 7 would be engagement photos are now more staged too. People aren't just coming into studios and just taking shots. They're getting really, really creative. And I talked about engagement shoots. I think it was my October Bliss Buzz, maybe November of last year. Check that video out after this one. The next trend is going to be social media. Social media has drastically changed. I mean, it drastically changes every year. But when I started, we didn't have Pinterest. We didn't have those things. Style boards were very much still 3D. And now you guys are definitely online for all types of resources. I mean, Instagram, people are creating their own hashtags for their events, for their weddings. So social media has definitely changed the game on how you guys advertise your wedding, as well as the way that we as wedding pros advertise. And then the next thing is going to be, I would say number 9 would be online resources. So again, that goes into things like weddingwire.com, where you can go to that site and see our reviews. So a lot of online resourcing is now available. There's just more than I can even think to start to name, but that's another change over the past 10 years. And then, of course, budgets are getting bigger. That's my number 10. But people are spending differently, too. So budgets are bigger. And I think we went through a period where, you know, there was a slump with the economy and people were cost saving. But at one time, the luxury was spent all on the events, like the flowers, the design, the decor. And that still happens. But I think the new generation now, with the bigger budgets, they are doing more with guest experiences. So there's more brunches. There's more things when people come into town. There's more activities outside of just that wedding day, and we're definitely seeing those and helping clients put those together. So there you go. It looks like this video is at 7 minutes, longer than normal. I promise I'm going to try to make them shorter in the future. It's just hard to get 10 things in. But if you have any more questions, comments, hit us up on the blog. Otherwise, follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We're at blissbysam.com. You guys have a good January, and I'll see you in February for Valentine's Day. Bye.